Todos escúchame. Everybody listen to me. Watch this review here with a look at the WWE Deluxe aggression, Armando Alejandro Estrada. To be the man, you must beat the man, and Armando is all set to do that with his action accessories, including a hat and a contract-spewing briefcase. Now, the box art prominently displays a completely different look for the character, but along the side we have special action poses, including this weird squat. And on the back of the box we have a look at the rest of this wave, in addition to the lesser-known articulated No Mercy wave, which includes Umaga. Now, for people not familiar with Armando, he was a wrestler who premiered around 2005 or 2006, and was the valet to a non-speaking bigger wrestler called Umaga, who tragically passed away about a year ago, I believe. Although the actor playing Armando is technically Palestinian, the character is a Cuban businessman whose big trademark gimmick was his ability to roll his R's into characteristic phrases, most prominent of which was his ability to say his name, which I can't even do because it's just a little bit tough. But it's like Armando Alejandro Estrada. But he did it a hell of a lot better. Of course, there were some problems with the character, mostly because the writers were hell-bent on making him an unlikable heel. And almost all that really stemmed from that, and pretty early on, which was really unfortunate, but I'll discuss that more in the annotations and probably in the sidebar. Now, I probably won't bother buying a lot of these Deluxe Aggression figures, even if I found them really cheap, for one big reason. That reason being that they're big, really big. I don't know how they work the scale, but Armando is a regular-sized guy, but right here you can see that he's 7 inches, and he's almost a little bit taller than Mongol, in fact, meaning he's not going to fit in with anything. Beyond that, unlike the Deluxe Build and Brawlers, the articulation is just really awful on these. For one thing, this is probably the worst shoulder articulation I've ever seen. You can't even get his arms anywhere close to the sides. I don't know if it's just because he's sculpted too far out, or if it's the jacket or something, but it's really annoying. Then, when you're trying to do this, just get his arms out in front of him like he's going to do a wrestling pose or something. No dice. And then it's just really finicky to move these ball-jointed shoulders. I don't know. In addition to that, mine has a production flaw where over here at the hip it won't rotate. It rotates fine on this side, but when I try doing it over here, it'll give resistance and then it kind of almost snaps. So yeah, a little disappointing. I also don't think this is a very good likeness. Part of it might just be a bias because I'm more used to the more jovial look for the character, but the face just looks wrong for some reason. Also, in terms of attire, this is more like the stuff he'd wear in ECW. In fact, I think he wore something similar to this in his Titantron than the stuff that he wore while on Raw. So the hat goes like this. The hat is a soft rubber and fits pretty easily on his head. As for this infamous briefcase, when you try to open it, the contract spits out. Contract just gets pushed in through the back, and I guess it's held in place by this little thing here. It's completely tacky, and I'm not sure why they'd even include this, but whatever. Quick run through of articulation. We have a rotating wrist that also has another joint here, allowing it to move back and forward. No problems. It's actually pretty decent. Single joint here at the elbow. Would have preferred something that also allowed rotation, just to make up for the fact that these arms don't do much. The bicep rotates, but again, it's just the problem with this shoulder here. It really bugs me. Can't really do anything with it. Now, he has an ab/diaphragm joint, but because of the tie and jacket, you aren't going to get a lot of use out of it. The head only rotates. Doesn't look up or down at all. Hat, as mentioned, comes off. Leg can kick out to the side because it's a ball joint, and then it'll also rotate on this leg, but this one's busted. I forgot to mention the waist, which rotates, but I guess you could kind of figure. Double jointed knees, no problems there. And then the foot will move up and down a little bit in addition to rotating most of the way. All in all, I think this is a pretty terrible figure. I mean, yeah, you have decent articulation on the wrists, and then, I guess, parts of the lower torso, but these arms are just completely awful. I mean, the likeness I don't think is all that great, and, scale-wise, just doesn't fit. On the whole, I'm just really disappointed because I seriously wanted to like this figure, but the more I look at it, the more problems I see. So yeah, I definitely would avoid this one. Until next time, folks.